Yo, what is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. It is December 9th, and we are in the middle of December. We're not quite in Bull-cember like we were all hoping we would be. Bitcoin is once again below 100K. It's sitting at 97.6. But there is good news across the Splinterlens ecosystem, and that is the fact that SPS remains up at, well, it was closer to 1.1 cents earlier today, but Hive has been a little bit higher, topping 41 cents. In fact, I think I saw it at like 44, if I'm not mistaken, at some point earlier today. And then, of course, what we'll probably discuss in a little bit more detail today, but vouchers at 1.1 cents. So these have climbed up significantly over the past couple of weeks as well. Now, we have a new voucher promo card that's launching tomorrow, but I'll be honest with you, I still don't know what this card is. They have not given us the full stats. Let me double check. I think there were a couple of things that they had mentioned. And again, I'm not logged in on X, but you know what? Let me just go on my phone here, because we were able to gather the fact that it was probably going to be Dragon, that it potentially had Rebirth, and then there was something that I saw earlier today. Okay, so we got those new. What's that called? Abilities that were talked about. One of which was this unit cannot be weapons trained. One of which was the poison burst, and then the other one, oh gosh, I can't remember what it was. Hold on, I'm on the Splinterlens X right now. So where was it? Where was it? I thought they had listed out all three. Okay, yeah. So poison burst. Oh yeah, Shroud of Reflection Shield, and then the untrainable. And then they gave us this armless kind of armless little thing here. So let me pull that up real quick, because I think it'll be fun. Am I gonna be able to? Okay, you know what? Here, let's open this and see if this works. Copy link, and then go here and see if it can open up the proper channel on X. Oh, okay. So this is the one that said. Okay, so in Death's Embrace, seek the rebirth of the Dragon's Embrace. So that's like name dropping an ability in the game, as well as one of the splinters or elements. So there was that. Oh gosh, really? Let's see what it's going to show me if I hit Splinterlens. It's going to show me the full thing, or is it going to give me that like? Oh, never mind. There it is. Okay. December 5th. Oh no, then look at this. It goes from December 5th to June 2021. I still don't get it, but I'm not going to log into my account just because out of principle at this point. Okay. So how do I open this? You know what? Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying something else here, because I think I'm logged in on X on a different browser. Oh, yes. Okay. Beautiful. So we're going to do exactly that. I'm not going to play whatever game is being played here. We're just going to copy and links over. All right, perfect. So now I'll be able to go over this with you guys on screen. So let me find the thing here. Okay, so 19 hours ago, this was posted. How do I share this post? And I promise I'll hop in the chat in a short second here. So close that. Let's open this. So this is the new post, or from 19 hours ago. So ta-da, check out this beauty. And this is the face that I think we saw in the little teaser before. So I'm pretty sure that this is the artwork for it. Check out this beauty, get ready. It's going to be a fun week. And then, if you go into the replies, so if you go to the, Split-On's account and then hit the replies, there's a post from Alt Moon Fox that says, here, you know what? Let me just, I forgot I can copy and paste it. So you tell me what this all means, okay? Because I'm trying to put some things together. So there's another one. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so this is one from Alt Moon Fox that says, this dude looks fairly armless. Looking forward to the reveal. And yes, you can see from the artwork, there are no arms. So, ta-da, check out this beauty. Get ready. It's going to be a fun week. Oh, that's what we saw earlier. Oh, and then, do they not? Oh, they're not going to show the replies. Okay, so now I have to copy and paste this freaking reply. Copy link. This is so lame. Let's see. Okay, so which Splinter has replied to that post, right? And I know it's not going to show here, but number one, interesting looking dude. So I think they were saying that it's a her, right? Because you can see here later. And then two, harmless. Sure, kill her. See what happens. So I'm just trying to put a couple of things together here. You guys tell me. That's some interesting information. Some, I don't know, a little bit of a, what's that called? Treasure hunt. I'm just gonna put that information out there. You guys tell me what it all means. All right, so Stever says, "Stop all." Steve, it's good to see you here. Merlin's Matrix in the house as well. Is this the new voucher card? I'm assuming so. They posted the artwork and then they posted like a video. Let's see if I can find it. They posted the teaser video. Now when was this? It was a couple days ago. Oh wait, hold on. I'm looking at all the replies, which they're quite a bit more active on now. So shout out to Blaze and whoever's doing the social media marketing. Now where's this video? That's a picture. Wait, I swear there was a video. Hold on. Maybe not. Unless it was deleted. Oh, okay, here. Or maybe it's just a picture. They've been sharing a lot of things. So I don't know if I don't know if I'm just not used to it or if I don't actually like it. Or I just want them to drop the freaking stats already. I'm tired of these mind games. So here, so you can see on this one, right? Now, this background is the voucher shop, right? So if we go to the voucher shop in the store or on the site. No, wait. So exclusive. So you'll see this like pillar here in the back and this background. That's the voucher shop, right? Lyra and Lawrence. So they clearly took this from that page. And now you see like the bottom half or the bottom third of what looks like the same thing here, right? Same character. You get what I'm saying? So I'm assuming that's the case, at which point we also know, oh, they even say in the shop of L&L. Yeah, so there you go. Truth you can feel, brighter now. Okay, a legendary beast. Oh, a legendary, oh wait, I haven't even read through this entire thing yet. Okay, so as the sun breaks forth, the secrets reveal in the shop of L&L, the truth you can feel. Brighter now, the signs beckon you near to uncover the power that whispers in fear. A legendary beast. Is that a... Hold up. Is that the rarity? I mean, is it just there in plain sight? A legendary beast with scales that shine, a dragon reborn. Now, in the other post, they had rebirth, right? But they're kind of like doubling down on that. Its fates intertwines. Look well, brave seekers, for hints in plain sight for the thrill of discovery awaits on this ride. Okay, sight and ride don't rhyme for me, but that's okay. We'll let it slide. See, slide rhymes. Should have gone with slide. All right. Sorry, that's a songwriter me jumping out. All right. So Gathering says, hello all. So the new card drop yet? No, I don't think so. I haven't seen it. I've been seeing all these teasers on the Splinterlands X account. So I'm just trying to put it all together. I'm hoping that we get it today. It'd be kind of lame if they just drop it tomorrow without actually let it just be in the shop. I would love to get a little bit of a, I don't know, confirmation today on what it is. Bolts, what's going on? ¿Qué pasa? Banana says some a-hole said it looked creepy in a good way. I don't even know what that means. That's the Chupacabra, aka the goat sucker. Gathering says rare dragon card maybe. Well, except for this line here, it says a legendary beast with scales that shine. I mean, that seems very much on the nose. Better not be a dragon. Okay, well, I think that ship has sailed, Bolt. I'm sorry. I mean, if you look at the artwork and then if you look at the copy here, it seems very much like dragon is in play. So Gathering Magic says play on Martyr. Ah, okay. That's an option. See what happens. Okay. Dude, what if this thing was something insane? Like cuz okay, so the reason I brought up like the abilities again, right, is because like when a unit dies with that poison thing, it poisons the other unit. Right? So what if all of a sudden, if this thing dies, it's just like death maxed. So it gets it gives martyr to everybody around it. It poisons other people. That'd be kind of crazy. Instead of buffing your monsters, it does -1 to the other team's monsters that killed it. That could be interesting. Steve says if the voucher store was good enough, couldn't up. Hold on. If voucher store was good enough, couldn't up print and stop SPS taking rewards, or maybe how to replace when token is out. I don't know what you mean by that, dude. I think if voucher store was good enough, couldn't up print. Are you saying we could increase the cost? I'm really and stop SPS staking rewards? Oh, I think I get what you're saying. So we can, if the voucher store was actually awesome, we could stop SPS staking rewards because vouchers would be enough. I like that idea. I'm all for it because we voted to essentially keep vouchers around. So I would love to see vouchers be in a position where, yeah, I mean, they actually have solid value. The problem is we're just printing so many of them. And like we're printing so many of them, so they individually don't, like unless you have the volume coming in, the demand coming in, it's like the vouchers are always going to stay at like a penny or something. Now, of course, what we could potentially see is, again, and everything always relies on new players, right? But if new players do come into the game, as the team is expecting and as the team is trying to make happen, I would say, that demand might be enough, right? Because let's look at this from a numbers perspective. I'm sorry, I'm going to do this off screen because it's easier to use a calculator on this PC. Because I got the little numeric pad here. So we thought, what is it? So 120,000 max copies of Mana Warden would do it to keep vouchers completely neutral, right? We'd have to burn like 3.6 million. So 120,000 BCX divided by 400 is 300 max copies of a card. Like, that's what sucks about Mana Warden, is the fact that we could not get 300 people in the game incentivized enough to go and buy a maxed copy of that card. That's surprisingly low. But the card was also shockingly bad at higher levels. So my hope is that this one's going to be different, where you don't get 90%, 80% of the benefit up front. I still have one BCX of Mana Warden, and I have not been convinced by anything to go and get more BCX of it. Sorry, it's just what it is. But 300 players going for a max copy. I mean, hell, if you had even done it where like the gold version, right? So level 6 or we'll say like level 8, you would have only needed 600 players to go in and want to have that card at gold level with whatever like cool ability. So this begs the question now, okay, how can they do better with whatever this next card is going to be, right? And gathering, to your point here, you're saying legendary, so 5,000 plus vouchers per BCX. I don't think so. That's not the math that we ran, right? Because 400 times 30 is what they had, so it's 12,000 vouchers for a max copy of Mana Warden. If you divide that, let's say it is legendary, divide that by 11 BCX, which is max for a legendary, it's only about 1,090. We'll just say like 1,100 vouchers per BCX. That would cover it, right? That would cover the same amount that we would need. With the same amount of, but see, then you need the same amount of players wanting a max copy of it still. So now the question becomes, okay, how good is it at like lower levels versus how good is it at higher levels? And can we get way more vouchers burned regardless of the BCX? Now, to your point, I mean, if they charged here's the thing, if they charge 5,000 BCX per 5,000 vouchers per BCX, keep in mind that, right now with where vouchers are at, we can close out of this. Where vouchers are at, that comes to, let's just keep vouchers at a penny, right? To keep things simple. If people have been either collecting them or bought them below a penny or at around a penny, so that would put vouchers around $50. Sorry, each BCX at around $50. I think that's way too high. I mean, maybe. Maybe that's how they view it. And in a way, what's kind of crazy is actually you might be onto something here. You know why? Because look at the Legends cards, right? If you compare the Legends cards, I mean, these are selling technically at peg, right, for $50 a pop. Or rares were selling at $3 a pop. I don't know how much a common card would have gone for. But again, we're assuming legendary, right? We saw the word legendary in there, so let's just roll with it. So once again, I mean, actually that could make sense. So you know what this also goes in line with? Matt saying that every card in the game should be coming into the game for a consistent price, which is why the unlock cost for soulbound reward cards, right, whether they're still in print or, well, if they're not in print, for example, those ended up being significantly higher to match what the cost of a card being minted through a pack opening is, through Rebellion, right, or these $4 packs. So damn, you might be right. I mean, that would be wild, though. I mean, that would be so freaking expensive. But how many players would go? I don't know. I don't know if players would do that. Now, here's the thing. So much of that cost ends up being subsidized, right? Because a lot of these players are getting vouchers for free. But who's getting like thousands of like, how many vouchers do you need? If you're 5,000, oh, it's 55,000, right? Times, yeah, 11. You need 55,000 vouchers. Holy crap. For a max copy. And here's the thing, vouchers are no longer at a penny, right? They're above a penny now for whatever reason. So I still think 5,000 is too much. But I see where you're coming from. If we're going to compare it to the other, the Legends cards, for example. Bolts. Oh, all right. I kind of like that they're keeping it a secret, or it removes abilities. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Removes abilities, monsters that killed it. Well, I mean, this sounds like another new ability. You think they're going to have 4 new abilities? Because they only announced 3. It smells like a high mana card, doesn't it? I'd say 8 to 7, 8 mana from Bolts. Gathering says it's going to be 10 plus mana. You know me, I don't really care for the expensive cards. Sorry, mana expensive cards. I like stuff that's like usable everywhere. That's why I like Dr. Blight so much. 4 mana is like perfect, because then you get that Little League bonus. All right, so Gathering matches Mana Warden is a common. It shouldn't be that overpowered. Well, it's not about being overpowered. It was more so about it just having... Like, they should have swapped the abilities. You should have only been able to get that new ability at a higher level. In my opinion. Why 12,000 vouchers per card? Because that's the equivalent for Mana Warden. Max copy, right? 12,000 vouchers per maxed copy. Because if you multiply the 400 BCX for a common card times the 30 vouchers per BCX, that gets you to the 12,000. But this Chupacabra stats are going to be crazy, I hope. Let's hope so. It'd be cool. Maybe it has Mimic. That'd be awesome. They just start spamming Mimic everywhere. We got a new follow on Twitch. Let's go from Valeria. What's going on, Valeria? Are you playing Splinterlands? Hold on. You know what? I don't even know if I'm on the right category in Twitch. I don't ever check that anymore. We're talking Splinterlands. Good enough for me. Let's do it. Giveaway IGN. Oh, yeah. I need to go into the... thank you for the reminder. We'll do that video later today. Got another Aftersound YT giveaway to do. All right, so Mystic Force, what's going on? Hello. So Gathering says, even at 2,000 vouchers for BCX, we will eat through a ton. I don't know, man. I thought that would be the case with Mana Warden, but it all depends on how good the card is. Like, because that's the thing. I spent 30 vouchers on that card. And I sold the rest, or I hung on to the rest. I sold a lot of the rest. I'm thinking... I'm trying to figure out how much I would have spent on it. Because I don't think I would have spent 12,000 vouchers. But I would have spent up to like a silver level, for example, right? If that ability had come in at, let's say, level 5, right? Which is max for silver. I probably would have gone up to that. I would have just... Because again, I get my vouchers for free. Sure, I can sell them for freaking pennies. But like, you know, what's the value of that? I would have hung on to them for a bit and just done it that way. Also, oh, you know what? You know what also killed it for Mana Warden? We had the LP voucher exploit. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have another voucher exploit. That happens on the launch of this card. But that should in theory help us a significant amount. And I think we're starting to see that already with voucher prices climbing up. So Steve says that is a lot more than I get staking, almost 800,000 and running a validator to 5. So 5K seems like a lot. Yeah, I agree. I mean, 5,000 vouchers is like, I mean, that's a percentage, a high percentage. It's like 1/8 of the vouchers printed in a day. So that seems pretty high. Again, I'm thinking around like 1,100, 1,000 or 1,100 is probably going to be the baseline. If they want, they could increase it a sizable amount. I'd say still, maybe 2,000 vouchers makes sense. But again, we haven't gotten any information. Trying to think what else. Okay, so 2,000 vouchers per BCX. That's 22,000 vouchers for a maxed copy. That's still a lot. That's over half of what's printed in a day. Like, let me put it in context for you guys. You, like, 20,000 vouchers is paid out to all of SPS stakeholders, right? So if you owned all the SPS and staked all the SPS, you'd be able to get a max copy of that card in a day. Now multiply that by 90, right? Because there's 90 of that. Multiply that by 2 because the same goes for validator nodes. This is 180. It's significantly less than the 300 we needed. So, yeah. So Brandon says, Dr. Blight's price bonkers. Last 24 hours. Survival mode? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. He's probably going to be awesome in survival mode. Sent you a chart in Discord. Okay, hold on. Let me check it out. Thanks for the chart, Brandon. Always bringing the data. What is this chart? This looks fancy for Splitterlands cards. I'm not even aware of all the tools out there. So this is Dr. Blight. And I think what you're referring to is... Oh, wait. Let's get back to 100%. There we go. What you're referring to is this. Oh, $57 per BCX. Ah! What? That's wild. Holy moly. Okay, hold on. You know what's funny is when I saw these trading around $10, I was thinking to myself, like, man, I should just buy them up. I mean, I think that a lot about a lot of different things, but then especially when it comes to cards and Splinterlands, I never want to speculate on that because I don't like them as an asset class, as I've talked about many times. But check that out. 57. You know what I think it is? Somebody must have just bought all the ones that were trading for like under 10, $20. And now this is all that's left. Because keep in mind, there's 7,700 cards out there in circulation. We don't even have that many players. We don't even have that many bots. And there's a lot of bots. There's not even 7,000 bots. So. And what was your guess here? Survival mode? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe, says Gathering. All right. Since Spike, 6 cards back on the market at a reasonable $1 per BCX. $50 per BCX. Hey, that's the... You know what? What if it was the Splinterlands team that bought them up? What if they're like, you know what? Every promo card should be at least $50 a pop. Or a legendary promo card should be fixed $50 a pop. Uh-oh, hold on. Oh, see, look. This is what happened last time. My plug is in, but it says I'm running on battery right now. So let me check out. Did I kick the other plug? Okay, now it's plugged back in, even though it was plugged in the whole time. Man, I'm tired of this. My setup is so old and janky. All right, so Brandon says, as for vouchers, I made sure I have 11,000 on hand for the next card. Not gather magic making case that might now be enough. Yeah, I would say that if you have around 11,000, I think you should be good. 12,000 is what you need for Mana Warden. My guess is that it should be around the same. I would actually not like it if they made it cheaper, but then again, I don't know. There's that argument, right? Like, oh, if the card is cheaper, will more people buy it, right? If you make it 1,000 or, you know, less than 12,000 for a max copy, now it's like 11,000. So much to speculate on. I don't know. And Mystic Force sold one for $12.50 a few months ago. Okay, hold on, Mystic Force. Here's the real question. What did you spend that $12.50 on? What if you bought something that went up like 100x, like a meme coin or something? You never know. Now you can come back and buy all the Dr. Blights. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm only looking at level 1. There's more Dr. Blights out there. There's 12 of them on the marketplace. Okay, speaking of which, let's actually get back to this then, because I want to look at the rest of the promo cards. Or at least the legendary promo cards. Is somebody going to do the same with Voucher? Should somebody do the same with Voucher? Look at that. Look, there's a bunch for like 10 bucks, 10 bucks, 10 bucks. 10.19. Who's going to corner that market? Bolt says, I'll be honest, Dr. Blight is a little bit overrated. Yes or no? You know what? Probably for the let's look at it this way. The objective meta, yes, Dr. Blight is probably overrated. There's a lot of very powerful cards out there. But for my subjective meta, based on the cards that I have, Dr. Blight is still one of the most powerful. So it wins a lot of games for me. Or at least I just play it in a lot of games, but it does win a lot for me. So I like it, and I think it's definitely. It may not I still think it's like a must-have in many situations. Again, are there a lot of other fantastic cards out there? Yes. So maybe like on the list of must-haves, it's not at the top, but I think I would consider still a must-have if you want to be like somewhat competitive, especially if you're not able to get all those other cards. But again, this is just my own personal perspective as somebody that's not trying to keep up with the the broader meta. Mystic Force, you bought a plot with it. Oh, so sad. You turned your Dr. Blight into a piece of land that doesn't even have utility right now. Not to mention, if you had sold your Dr. Blight now, not only would you have your land, you'd also have the DEC available to work that land, as well as some of the units that you could buy. Yeah, that sucks, man. I wish you the best. Not trying to rub your nose in it. Gathering says some other cards spiked in value. Check out my card deep dive vid I did yesterday. Sounds good. Guys, make sure you go check that out. So Banana says, not financial advice, but I think summoners might become a hot commodity if survival mode is popular. Okay, so I think survival mode will be popular, and therefore I agree with your thesis, sir. I think summoners are going to be very popular, and one that I'm hoping is going to be super popular is Lux. Now, the thing is, the problem is you lose, well, then, game over. But, you get her back in 5 days. So there's that. But to your point about all these other, super cheap summoners out here. Oh, can't pick this up right now. It's still $100 to max out these cards, right? Like a General Sloan. I'm doing this math in my head, but it's like 0.1. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's like $15. 0.1 times 115. $11. Sorry. Dude, General Sloan might become like the best summoner out there. Because it's the cheapest, and everyone's just going to be using it there. But, there's some interesting opportunities here. Though, my expectation is we're not going to see the spike in sales right away. I think, if anything, what people are going to look to do first as they explore the new meta of that mode is they're going to rent cards. Because look at this. You can rent. You can rent these things for like nothing. Max copies, right? So what that'll do, hopefully, should either get more people to start posting their cards on here, extra max copies, right? Now maybe people hadn't been doing that because like the rent is so low, right? It's like 2.5 DEC. I mean, I guess if you had it, you could put it out there. But if these start to go up, or we get more of them on and more people are renting them, keep in mind, all this is essentially good for burning DEC, right? Any kind of market activity or increase in market activity. God, I wish they had this mode out now. I wish it was coming out tomorrow. Because like tomorrow's the 10th, and then we have like another 3 weeks before December's over. We have another, I mean, starting tomorrow, don't we have another 4 weeks until the team's next update? All right, you know what? We're all gonna have to like go out and touch some grass or touch some snow, or I don't know, something nature related. Okay, so Garut says, hello everyone, love my Dr. Blight, my most used card. See, I'm in the same boat as you. Love Dr. Blight. Gather the Magic says, surprisingly, there's still a lot of sub 20-cent summoners out there. I mean, we were just looking at 10-cent summoners, bro. Should be fun. You know what? Also, look at that. 1 day left. It's like they knew that I was streaming. They wanted to do an extra advertisement on stream. Well done. Well done, Blaze, an investigator, for pushing an update just to my nice account. I have actually started leaving energy for myself to play. I haven't done that in a couple seasons now. I don't know how much you guys are following, but I have been trying to maximize my glint earnings, and that's much better in wild. And while I could play some battles, I was just leaving it to the bot because busy. But as I have gotten further along in my soulbound card kind of like leveling, I have realized, well, not realized, but it's just like I don't need as much glint. I mean, of course, I love getting as much glint as possible, but I'm trying to see how the rewards for SPS are in modern versus where I'm at. So you can see here, like, well, actually, this is climbed up a little bit now because I'm almost a diamond. Or I'm almost a champion, which is kind of cool. So there's that. So I'm winning, what is this, 4.4 SPS, 3.8 SPS. God, see, look at this. This game hates me. I'm not kidding you guys. This is why the bot plays all the time now. Because look at this. It's like 2 out of 3 games. What is this? What is that game mode called? I don't even know. The one back to basics. Look at that. There's back to basics again. Let's see how many more back to basics they rolled me with. Oh yeah. Sorry, Guild. I forgot about my brawl. That's gonna happen probably. Well, hopefully that'll happen less. See, when it rains, it pours with this freaking back to basics. Get the hell out of here. But I've been playing modern as well. Again, it's just a couple of battles, so I think I've done like 9 battles so far. But I'm winning 3.6. So actually, it's not much better here, and the glint earnings kind of suck. So maybe I just stick with wild. The problem is, and somebody mentioned this in a recent live stream, or maybe it was in one of the videos, like the answering comments videos. I'm struggling in wild. It seems like a lot of like the lower level accounts have either been turned off or they're just not in wild anymore. I've been pretty much the entire season, I've been below a 50% win rate. And I know like it's just slightly below, like 102. I would need to have 104 wins in order to be like above a 50% win rate. But it's like it used to be significantly higher than 50%. Again, not significant, not way higher, but enough where like it was comfortable. Now it's just like comfortably lower than 50% every time I look. So there's that. Let's do a battle in wild. Open up the meta a little bit. Have some fun. See if we can see how frustrated I can get with this game, especially if they're going to give me a back to basics right now. Oh, thank goodness. I unjinxed myself by preparing appropriately. Oh, this is always a fun rule set. Poison and Earthquake, and they didn't give me Adelaide Brightwing, and I don't have that new Red Worm Dragon either. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit crazy. Okay, so I want Dragon for several reasons. There's a lot of mana here. And you know what? I'm thinking just for the... Oh, no. Actually, maybe. Hold up. Okay. I want her for sure. I also want... Dude, Night Reaper, beast. Chaos Dragon would also be fun. But you know what? I don't think I have... Chaos Dragon would be better. But you know what? Let's go with Night Reaper. Ugh. Okay, I can already tell you I don't like this team very much, but we shall do our best. Now what I'm going to try to do is... Oh, oops. Yeah, we'll throw that in there, and then for 3 mana, what else can we get? Oh, perfect. We're gonna martyr this thing up. I don't know. I mean, it's a decent team. It's not like anything to write home about, but I'm hoping that it'll be enough for Wild, especially if I can face like an underpowered summoner. Oh, you guys are getting busy in the chat. Let's see what's going on. Okay, hold on. Is there an issue here? Because I swear to God, if I time out because I didn't submit my team, I'll be so pissed. Brandon says, Arcade Colony official. Time is running out. Grab your Alpha Centauri packs and moon cards before December 31st. Don't miss your chance to boost your collection and dominate the track. I just don't want to play that game anymore. All right, I'm going to refresh because there's only 7 seconds left. Dude, what the hell? Y'all saw me put my team in. Ugh. Put my team in, I hit submit, and this timed out. And this is why I don't play. Sorry. I know, like I don't want to be that. I don't want to be like that. But that sucks. So let's just move on. All right. Yeah. See, look, it gave me a surrender. Even though y'all just watched me set up my team. Let's see. Would I have won? Right. Yeah. Come on, dude. Look at this garbage ass team here. We would have won. But instead. Whatever. All right. So you know what? We're not going to play anymore. Banana says, I think those 2 splinter ones will be useful. I think every card in the game will end up getting used. That's probably part of the plan to get data showing like 95% of our NFTs get played. I think those 2 splinter ones will be useful. Hold on, what 2? It will end up getting used. Oh, I know what you're saying. Okay. You're talking about the multi-element ones? That would be an interesting stat for the team to put out there that, 95% of the NFTs are getting played. Again, survival mode is a good move by the team. So, yeah. Banana says, smart enough bots will figure out where cards weren't even used in lineups. Thus you can throw your trash cards there just in case. Yeah. Gathering says people are sleeping on common dual summoners. I did look into that recently, but I don't know. I don't like them. Nice. Good luck. Feels like you need Tofu to get into champ in either game mode. I'm close to champ here. I would have been much closer. Oh, actually, I would have made it. Oh my God. If I had won this game, If I had won this game, we would have made it into champ. Oh my god, that's even more frustrating. Or that legendary Earth Summoner from Chaos. I forgot his name. Immortalis? What's up, Jacob? You need Sanctus Vigor for that rule set. Cleanse front and back line. You know what, Brandon? I needed a better connection to the website, apparently, because I submitted and it didn't go. You just beat Bronze Dragon? No, I lost, dude. I surrendered. Oh, you're talking about this one? Nah, this is the bot. The bot loves these cards for some reason. His bot, so no 100 SPS. Only on live stream Sundays. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, is he giving out 100 SPS to people who beat him? Oh, that's cool. Banana says, to me, the value of those dual element summoners will be whether or not California has something similar. Well, here's the question, Bananas. How can California strike the balance of being powerful enough and innovative enough, but not have power creep? Because I'll tell you this, if you don't have dual summoners, isn't it just going to look at, like, people are just going to look at that and be like, okay, well, like, now I'm just paying for, like, inferior cards. These are all kind of trash. Like, they introduced us to dual element. Like, it's literally all over Rebellion. Common and legendary cards. Or common and legendary summoners. As well as, like, pretty much any and all promo cards at this point. So if you don't have those in Conclave Arcana, I guess, I don't know. What's the incentive? I mean, I guess if you're new to the game and those are just the cheapest cards. Well, they have like 3 months to figure this out. But I think the problem that I'm running into here is I don't even know how you would do it. I mean, people are going to be upset one way or another, so it's like, pick a lane and just stick with it. Jacob Sosa says, these common dual summoners are amazing in the silent summoner rule set. Ah, yes, they are good for that. They are good for that. Enigma Code, what's going on? Good to see you here. All right, I don't even want to look at this page anymore because it made me surrender. It made me surrender and I didn't get into champion. That would have been something fun for stream, but not today. So we're going to be a sore loser about it. Bitcoin is down on the day. What's going on with Hive? Who's familiar with whatever's going on with Hive? This seems to be more than just like a Korean pump. Usually those last a couple of hours, if that much. But we've been on a steady grind up last 60 days. I mean, you can see it here. I mean, really last 30 days, right? Once the election was over. Also, what colony is now 0.00061? And GLX? Who's buying these tokens? Oh my god, who is buying GLX and Colony? That's wild. GLX Colony was like 1/3 of that. It did a 3x in a day or a couple days. Because Moon Cards packs are selling out? I don't know. That's wild to me. Also, less than 10 days of Rebellion left. FYI. Because they burn 25,000 packs every day, so. Do you guys consider Rebellion a failure if we don't cross 1 million packs? Which is very likely. I mean, I think we're at what? 980,000, maybe 981. I mean, I think we'll cross 1 million, but like, we're not going to get anywhere near what they were hoping, unless some whale comes in like 5 days and buys up the last 100K, which would be awesome. But, Most Dirty, I haven't seen you around here in a while. Welcome back. What's up, After Sound? Those dual summoners at this time will be the only summoners available for Little League rule sets. That's a good point. But my guess is that we get 4 mana summoners in Conclave Arcana. That is my prediction right now, based on nothing outside of the fact that like we had 4 mana summoners all throughout Chaos, right? So Rift Watchers as well as Chaos Core. And with Rebellion, we did what, 4 and 6? So yeah, and then with Rebellion we went like 3, 5, 7. So I think just to flip it back in the same way that Dice was 3, right? Dice was 3 and 7. I think they'll flip it back, and at least the rare summoners, if we get rare, will be level 4. Sorry, not level 4. 4 mana. Joffrey, let's see some off the grid content. Yeah, you know what? I know. I'm itching to play. So Bolt says, sorry, I accidentally bought 1,000 GLX. Or 100 GLX. Yeah, that's going to move the market. Whale moves, Bolts. Mega says, GLX Colony Rising with Hive. Oh, I guess that's what it is. I guess that's what it is. I'm sorry, I bought some Wait, you bought GLX packs? Oh, you really are, like, buy when there's blood in the streets, even if it's your own type of investor. I respect that, Mystic Force. Did anybody listen to the office hours that they had on Friday? I caught like maybe, I don't know, the last 20 minutes or so. And like what they're essentially going to do. I wanted to make a video on that. I forgot about it. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Okay, so this is posted on December 6th at 12:59 p.m. Central Time. So this is kind of like the wrap up to everything, right? So Aggie says, based on this talk today, I'm currently planning on 1, focusing on a new prediction market game that's based around staked GLX and a partner game based on staked Colony. Number 2 out of 3 is getting a FM, I'm assuming Football Manager style game out the door, not graphics heavy, and utilizing GLG assets as much as possible. And then number 3, tweaking GLG to add some elements of passive play, potentially overlapping with 2. Interesting. So if you're looking for so I'm actually not even saying this in a negative way, but if you are looking for an opportunity to jump into a game that has the potential to be exploited by crazy amounts of bots for potentially lucrative amounts of money, a la Splinterlands in 2021, may I present to you GLG. It would be so funny, ironic, and poetic if GLG blows the hell up because it just gets botted like crazy and everything that made Splinterlands what it was in 2021 becomes what GLS becomes in 2025. And then we're all over on, the Splinterland side being like, yeah, it's okay. We got like 5,000 real players. Oh, wait, we got 6,000 real players and we're all making some money here. But everybody flips on over to GLS because they're just printing shit left and right. All those gains, all those bot armies and bot farms find a new home. Come on, it'd be a little funny if that happened. All right, so Enigma Code says, I want random ability for max level cards that will make people combine and make it so cards are very unique. Will mess up bots big time. Oh, I'd love that. I don't know that that's possible with cards, but if they can find a way to do that with glamour, I still think functional glamour is a very, very cool way for this game to go. I mean, I don't know what the implications are on the back end and for the meta and all that. It seems like it wouldn't be that difficult, and it would make the game just absolutely wild in a good way. But, the example I always and will continue to give is like Jin O'Shaughnessy, right? Where if you get a max level glamour on him, again, it's functional. So you would get like +1 magic damage, but -1 health or something, right? Like there would be an offset there. And so therefore yours would be different from everybody else's. I mean, they could do the same thing, right? But it's like when you go Jin O'Shaughnessy versus Jin O'Shaughnessy, like it's like, oh, well, which functional skin do you have on him? Now, to your point, what would be really cool is if they had something where maybe they don't do it where it's functional like that, but they're like, imagine it's like, they're like, what are those Pokemon? Like the EV Pokemon when you would when you would level them up, all of a sudden it's just like it just gives you a random ability or it gives you a random thing that gets tacked onto your card. That'd be kind of cool, right? I don't think that would work for the regular cards, but it might work for Glamour because Glamour is just this like add-on, right? But I can see a lot of issues where, if you just give like a random ability to someone, like imagine like what's the most like crazy card in the game right now? Well, Tofu's a summoner, but like Mantaroth or Venka or Grimbardoon Smith or something. Like all of a sudden you could just give them like Mimic or some wild ability. That could potentially break things. So I understand that it's not, ideal in all situations, but it could open the game up quite a bit. Well, all right. Brian says, see it as a failure. So perhaps to the company relative to sales targets, but not as a set, nor as a new set selling mechanics, daily burning, wagons for airdrop. That's a good way to look at it, Brandon. There were a lot of things that the team tried as ways to compensate for issues and exploits with the previous set. That I would say were highly successful, right? To your point, the burn implemented from the beginning was great. The wagons or the conflicts as something else was a good shift for the airdrop mechanic. And I wonder what they'll do to make things spicier for Conclave Arcana. Banana says Rebellion wasn't a failure. It's hard to gauge these things. It's been a rough bear market. So because this is an idea for a video that's been floating around in my head, right? The thing about Rebellion, and again, I'm just framing it as failure because we're looking at how we're comparing it to previous sets, just purely from like a numbers perspective, right? Even Untamed sold more packs. With Rebellion, what's interesting though is you got Chaos that launched like at the tail end of a bull market, right? In October, when the presale went live, we were still very much in bull market mode. In December, when the set was playable, right? So the cards were actually openable and playable in game. We had not fully realized, right? We're talking about like December 2021. We had not fully realized that like the game of musical chairs, that is like the economy, the music had actually stopped, and the smart people were looking for chairs to sit on, right? That like there was still that, and even into January, right? We launched I think in early or mid-January. even then, there was still a lot of sentiment that like maybe this was just a dip, maybe things would turn around. Like maybe at that point, people were starting to realize that liquidity was getting sucked out of the market. But that was at the tail end of a bull run, and we bought 2 million packs the first day. Holy moly! Yeah, no, I would say that was completely different. Now, Rebellion, on the other hand, there's a couple of things layered into this. Was launched in the middle of a bear market. Again, at that point in time, when Rebellion came out, yes, Bitcoin was on a rampage from like mid 20Ks into the 30Ks and finally got into like the 40K range in January, right? But we launched in December. But it was still very much like bear market. A lot of people were not, going heavy and crazy into certain things unless they had full conviction. In fact, we had gone through an even more brutal year in 2023 than 2022 in many ways for the game, that a lot of people had, left. And so that, combined with the fact that the previous set was just so overprinted, it was so easy to play, there was not enough incentive to hold Rebellion cards, right? Imagine if there had been like some awesome like Rebellion only tournaments that were just like minting money. I think you would have had more people go into that. But all those things are going to be different for this next rotation. Rebellion is not overprinted. Rebellion is actually quite expensive. If anything, Conclave Arcana looks like it could mimic Chaos Legion in many ways, where people will see the last set being underprinted and therefore buy in heavily to this set, as I did, right? As did many from the class of Chaos Legion in 2021 and 2022. So, I mean, I agree. I wouldn't call it a failure. It's just more of it's just a buzzword just to try to like stir up some conversation. Cold Ass says, the same issue why Rebellion isn't selling is also the same issue why promo cards are becoming somewhat only for whales. I think we could do more, that is. What do you mean? So you're saying it's just too expensive? Joffrey says, dude, I feel so ripped off. They're changing the GLX cards. Bolts is saying, drop the info, Joffrey. I mean, I think what he's referring to, Bolts, and Joffrey, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is just the fact that, people bought these cards with the MLSPA players on them. But since that partnership has been rescinded or ended, or I don't know what happened there, but since that partnership is no longer happening, those cards, I don't know what's going to happen to them, right? So, for example, if you were going to like the GLS or GLG marketplace, you could buy a goalie for 25 cents as the minimum per BCX, or you could buy one for, I don't know what the highest price was, but it definitely was higher than 25 cents, meaning that that goalie had a different, it was like based on a person, right? Based on the likeness of a person. So therefore they had more like intrinsic value and people spent more money on them. And now you're not going to get that, right? So stats aside, because I think they're not going to change the stats necessarily, but stats aside, it's just like, oh, well, I didn't buy it for the stats. I bought it for the fact that it's like he's a goalie on one of my favorite teams, or my hometown city team, right? So I wanted to like buy that and support that. And now that card like maybe was trading at a premium of like 50 cents and is now going to be essentially like valued with the rest at 25 cents or probably even lower than that. It's just we can't go lower. So Jacob Sosa says, I feel like the game needs to shift towards being more accessible. Rebellion a failure because new players would rarely buy it. Well, we also didn't have any new players in the game to buy it. But remember, you guys remember like earlier this year when, we looked at Rebellion and we're like, okay, this goes all the way until December. The team is going to finish up new player experience by June. They're going to start marketing in July, and we're going to have like 5 months of new players coming into the game while crypto starts to heat up. And they'll be the ones that come in and buy all of these Rebellion packs. Yeah. I remember that. I remember thinking that. I think I remember saying it probably a lot. Did not happen that way. There's a mimic card in the game. Yes, Olivia from the block. Mystic Force says, my forest plot of land for $12.50 is going to be worth tens of millions, I think. I hope so, Mystic Force, just for you. But, if it makes you feel better, I don't think Dr. Blight's going to be worth tens of millions. So. Mega Marcus says, for me, GLS is like the birds in the mines decades ago. If they die, workers should run out. As long as GLS is alive, I don't worry about SPL. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you're looking at it this way. So you're saying that since GLS is still up and running, we're okay. The moment GLS goes down, you're going to start selling all your split lens assets. Which I think is actually not a bad idea. Or at least a bad approach to have. Not that I'm saying that you should sell everything or panic, but it is the canary in the coal mine, as they say, right? I think it's what you're referencing. So Jacob Sosa says, Olivia of the Brook takes a random ability. Super confused first time I experienced it. Yeah, that's new for all of us. It was just introduced a couple of months ago. So Dragon says, hey all, I'd love to join the fun, but I'm moving apartments the next couple of days. Happy battling. Well, thanks for being here, Dragon. And good luck with the move. All right, so when the house clearance, Dragon includes Splinterlands cards on. When the house clearance include, okay. I'm FOMOing in, not out. Yes, indeed. Wow, today was a fast live stream. We're over an hour now. That flew by. Oh, damn, Bitcoin's down to 97. Yo, that's not great. But it's okay. I mean, you know what? At this point, I feel like we're still on track for what I was saying. I know we crossed 100K, but I was saying that we're going to chop until mid-December, right? December 15, 16, 17. So we have like a week still of chop. And then if things start to take off, well, then we are very closely following what happened during the last cycle, which so far has played out shockingly similarly. The whole this time is different is a lie. All right, well, SPS is looking good. Voucher's looking good. Dragon says, I did actually think about how my life would be selling SPL and buying an Antminer S21. All right, what's the conclusion you drew from that, Dragon? But yeah, I mean, I'll say this: it's good for the game that Hive is still on the rise. I don't know where Hive is from a market cap perspective and ranking. So we're number 330. Hold on, let me refresh this page. $333 with a market cap of let's call it 200 million. So how much would we need to make it to page 1? Oof. Actually, that's not as much as I thought. I mean, what, 6x? I mean, a little bit more. But we'll just say like a 6x to get to that 1.2 billion range, where all of a sudden we start getting into the conversation. But yeah, that is kind of wild. I mean, a 6x for Hive at this point, we'll just say 40 cents is what, $2.40? I think we topped out at $3 last cycle. Yeah, about $3. Now, market cap perspective, though, we did hit 1 billion last time. Isn't that interesting? Okay. So is inflation on Hive better than other chains? Because hear me out. I mean, a 5x from here would get us to $2 a pop. And only then would we hit our new all-time high. I mean, inflation sucks regardless, but it seems Hive has done surprisingly better than I expected. Oh, you're keeping SPL and still buying the app miner, but need space to rent for its setup. Gotcha. All right. They're loud and need boosted power. So maybe place in a warehouse. Nice, nice. Interesting. Okay. Well, if there is nothing else for us to cover today, I'm trying to see if they've posted about this. This freaking voucher card. I just want to get the stats already. Quit playing games with my heart. No, I don't see anything here. So, you know what? Let's call it a day here. Hopefully, when we stream tomorrow, we'll have more info on that. But worst case scenario, it should be going live after tomorrow's update. And what's my schedule like tomorrow? Oops. I know I got some random calls and things I gotta jump on. Ugh. Oh yeah, tomorrow's not great. Oh no, actually tomorrow's decent. All right, so we'll try to stream roughly around the same time, I think. Maybe like noon tomorrow. Who is calling me? Yeah, you know what? I think we're good. Let me catch up on the chat here, and then we can call it a day. So Mega Market says maybe it would help SPL if YouTubers do tutorials how to send tokens like BTC, ETH, Litecoin sold the Hive engine and change to SPS. You know, I have a video a while back talking about like at least the easiest way for me, which was Litecoin, and sending that into Hive engine. So that does exist out there. Hopefully that can be of help to someone. Drake said I've been playing with ChatGPT Pro 2 and it's amazing stuff. Really? Okay. Didn't they just launch like another update today or something? Like their video thing? So I need to catch up with what's going on there. All right, guys. I will catch up with you all soon. I will try to stream some other games as well. I've been meaning to jump back into Parallel for a minute and, of course, Off the Grid. But that requires probably a PS5 if I really want to play it well. So I'm still on the fence about it. I know I should just freaking get one, but we shall see how things rock and roll. Okay. I will catch up with you all soon. Have an amazing rest of your day. And, yeah, that's all I got. I'll catch up with y'all. Peace.